What's going on? It's your boy, Bobby Dubs, Robert the Writer. And right now, we got something special for you. I done brought in my man D from Ignorant Thinkers podcast.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to talk some craziness. What's up, D?
Not much, baby. Glad to be here.
Oh man, I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you, man. I can't wait to get into this, man. You got two heavy hitters here, man, with some great opinions on the world of sports.
Yeah. Two heavy hitting Eagle fans.
Exactly,
and
man.
Sixer
Exactly.
fans. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into it. You know, we set this whole thing up, and one of the first things we wanted to talk about was how exactly we became Eagles fans. Because we big Eagles fans. I've been Eagles fans as long as I can remember. So my birthday next week, I'll be 36. So I might have been 7, 8 years old when I got in this. But I'll go first. Then I'll let you go. What started for me was it was right after the 49ers were in the Super Bowl, and we got Ricky Waters. And I remember all the buzz around the town. We had got Ricky Waters, and then we went to the playoffs. And I remember that game when they mollywopped Detroit. Right. And I mean, Rodney Peete was quarterback, and we did something. We beat them something nasty, and we were all surrounded in my grandma's crib and watching the game, and it was just crazy. And I was like, yo, I love this shit. I love this football. I gotta be intent on what they doing from then on out. And from then on out, I was watching every Sunday. I tried to get every game, for the ones that was blacked out back then. I think people remember that when they wasn't that good and shit was getting blacked out. We couldn't watch them. So we go way back. We ain't no casuals over here. We remember the hard days.
The hard and the tough days. Mine started 1991. I was 6 years old. We were playing the Dallas Cowboys. My dad's a Cowboys fan. My grandpa's a Cowboy fan. My uncle's a Cowboy fan. On the other side of my house, my grandma's an Eagle fan. My uncle's an Eagle fan. My aunt's an Eagle fans. And mind you, they're only Eagle fans
Good for them.
because they love Randall Cunningham. I didn't know that at the time.
Oh, okay.
So Randall Cunningham was everything in my house. So that day we ended up beating Dallas Cowboys, and I made my decision I was going to be an Eagles fan. And and Randall Cunningham is like one of my most favorite players.
Yeah, me too.
But after I learned the game a couple years later, Reggie White became the guy that I idolized and I wanted to be like.
Exactly.
The
Minister of Defense.
Minister of Defense, yeah. But the Eagles, man, yeah, we go back to all that, man. Randall getting injured, and
I remember
Ricky Waters keep fumbling.
Oh, you remember the game where they stopped Emmett twice?
Yeah.
3rd and 1, then 4th and 1.
I think it was 4th and inches.
4th and inches. I remember my entire house going crazy. I'm like, they stopped him. They stopped him again.
Yep.
Going nuts. I remember that was crazy.
Too. I hated Cowboy fans in the 90s, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, yeah, I hate him, too. I got a cousin right now. He's probably watching. John, I know you watching. I hated that Cowboys fan. It was such the front-running shit. I hate that.
John's my guy, though. I don't have a problem with Cowboy fans now. I love them. But in the 90s, I hated them in the 90s, Joe. Because they kept winning. Then they kept getting people. I was like,
exactly. Oh, dude, I remember that all season where after, Prime at Women's St. Fran, and then they went and got Dion, and I was sick.
I was sick, too.
I remember hearing that, he signed with Dallas. I'm like, oh, my God, why, yo?
It was too much.
How did Rich keep getting richer?
Right. And I think, the best thing that happened, I remember they fired Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
And we were sitting there, we watching the press conference, and Jerry Jones said, well, I could get 500 different coaches to coach this team. And I'm like, I'm just a young boy. I don't really know. I'm like, I think he might have messed something up here. I don't know. I think he might have messed something good up here. But you know what?
And then they got beat by San Fran, and they won again. And then it was like a drought.
Thank God for that drought.
Oh my goodness! All them bum ass coaches that came after that, the Chan Galeys of the world.
Oh yes. I did like when the tuna went there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I like what
that's
the
not
two
part
of them
of You gotta let him shop for the groceries. And then what he said, if you gonna let me cook the dinner, I gotta shop for the
got
groceries.
shot for the groceries. Love me some Bill Parcells.
Oh yeah,
He's a guy I would like to have a conversation with.
Oh man, he seems like such a wealth of knowledge about the game of football. You would love to talk to Bill Parcells.
Yeah, most definitely. But that. So who was your top? Well, I already said two of mine. So who was your top players?
I'm with those two. I'm with Randall and Reggie.
Uh-huh.
I always like B-Dog. Watching B-Dog in my high school year. That's when those teams were live. Like my high school year matched up directly with that run of NFC Championship games.
Right.
So it was like coming in every January and getting clowned when they lost.
Yes.
But I was riding with him, so B-Dog is definitely up there. The guy I loved. I like Troy Vincent on defense.
Okay.
And even though I'm gonna give him his props, me and him butted heads. Like we had Twitter beef and everything, but I'm gonna give McNabb his props for what he did. I don't like dude, and I thought he was chill.
You had a Twitter beef with McNabb?
I had a Twitter beef. We went back and forth. He quote tweeted me and all of that because I was like, because somebody was hyping him up and giving him props, and I was like, I thank God for all the times he had to pat his chest and say my bad when he threw the ball at the ground. And he quote tweeted it and laughed and the whole 9 yards. Like, oh man, boy trying to come at me. Like, he tried to play it off like I was extra hyped to put him down. But I'm like, no, boss, you had a lot of frailties and
but he was working with nothing.
I'll give him that the defense was good though, but
the defense was outstanding.
Chip Johnson?
The defense was outstanding.
Giving him all
but he was working with nothing on
I got his trash and stinks, and I got.
No, they not even. Listen, they're not number threes on a lot of teams.
That's true.
On a lot of teams, and they wouldn't even make it on the greatest show on turf.
Exactly, and you saw, and to his credit, you saw what happened when you gave him a legitimate number one when T.O. came. They immediately
he became a better quarterback, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, why would you waste all that time not getting him a wide receiver?
Yeah, hard. They think they can do it.
No, that's Andy Reid.
Yeah,
that's Andy Reid.
Especially
he gonna run into that problem.
Quarterback that wanted to just throw the ball. You're gonna have to give him somebody to throw
the ball too. Like, I mean, at least if we would have had a Monty Toomer and the Ike Hilliard, then I'd have been like, no, he had something. You know what I'm saying? A Monty Toomer and Ike Hilliard was nice, so I'd have been like, he had something. But the James Thrash and Ty Payne, come on, man, they was terrible.
Kevin Curtis. Names like that.
Kevin Curtis. Like, I was hyped to get Dante Stallworth.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is going to be...
I do remember that one catch that year they had T.O. when he made that long run. I think it was like the first game of the season.
81 yards. That was during preseason.
Yeah. And I remember the game, I think they played New Orleans that year in the regular season, like week 1. And McNabb had this beautiful play fake, play action. Tucked it back. The camera lost the ball. And then he still had it. He chucked it back, and Stallworth was 60 yards down the field. And he caught him in stride and touchdown. Yeah. That's when you knew that team was going to be legit. Like, all right, this team going to be super.
Right, you finally got him another wide receiver. Like, at the end of the day, like, they only can take you so far. Like, this is the problem that Cam Newton is having. He only can take you so far without having no weapons.
Yeah.
After a period of time, you're going to have to get him some help. Like, and everybody hate on McNabb. Oh, McNabb is McNabb. Yo, it was McNabb.
Yeah.
Like, you're not naming nobody else on that offense but McNabb.
Especially before he became strictly like in the pocket when he was really mobile. Oh, he used to get nasty. That one scramble against, I think it's Dallas, where he was scrambling for like 12 seconds. That's insane.
And threw it to Freddie Mitchell.
And threw it. Freddie.
First down, Freddie. He over there complaining
Fred X.
And he needed the ball more. It's my time. Shout out to Freddie Mitchell.
Shout out to Freddie Mitchell. I met him covering games. He's pretty cool.
Okay.
Shout out to Freddie.
I can't believe you had a beef with me. Man, that's my guy.
I mean, I just it's being bitter, and I realized I had to get over that. Like, look, we wouldn't have been that close if it wasn't for him. And I had to.
He did all he could do.
I had to understand that, you know.
He had Deshaun Jackson as a rookie and took us to the NFC Championship game.
Exactly.
It just lets you know if you give him weapons, he will be better. That's how it was. But I mean, I understand where you're coming from with that. There's a lot of frustration, a lot of built-up frustration. That's 5 NFC Championship games, and he only won 1. Sound like another quarterback I know, Aaron Rodgers. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Let me talk about my Eagles.
Yeah.
I got Randall. I got Reggie White. I definitely got McNabb. I got B-Dog. I think my number 5 favorite Eagle. It might. My number 5 favorite Eagle.
Whoa, what's number 5?
I think I might have to say. Man, this is toss up, man. I think I might have to go with this is 5 favorite Eagles. That's hard. That is hard. I might have to say Fletcher Cox. I love Fletcher Cox. I might have to say Fletcher Cox, but I was gearing towards Jeremiah Trotter though. I definitely was gearing towards Jeremiah Trotter, but I'm going to have to say Fletcher Cox. Fletcher came in, did his thing, man. I love Fletcher Cox. Oh man, that 5 favorite Eagles. That's hard right there, boy.
It is hard.
That was hard, man.
It is hard because they got so many. There's so many great things. Like, I hate to leave out some of the tight ends they had from Chad Lewis.
Yeah. I met one of them tight ends. You know, my grandma had the restaurant.
Yeah.
One of them tight ends came in the restaurant, and they was talking like, you don't know who football players is without the helmets on. So he was talking now. He was like, yeah, I play for the Eagles. I said, no, you don't play for no Eagles. You
don't play for no.
And I'm like 11 years old. You don't play for the Eagles. He's like, no, I play for the Eagles. He was like, I'm going to come back with tickets for you. He came back with them tickets, and we went to the Eagles-Pittsburgh Steelers game. We lost, though. And we had real good seats. And I was like, yo, he really
he was telling the truth.
Right, like he really played for the Eagles. I couldn't believe it. He was the tight end for the Eagles at the time. It was just like that thing was just mind blowing to me. I just couldn't believe it. But he is definitely, Chad Lewis.
LJ Smith?
No, I ain't even.
You like LJ?
No. If you got beef with McNabb on choking, you definitely got to have beef with LJ Smith.
Yeah.
Beef got to be equal.
I suppose you can't have beef with one without the other.
Without the other. No, I don't think you can.
Especially with the drops LJ had, man.
Not just the fumbles and the Super Bowl. Like, come on, man.
LJ was terrible.
I love Brett Selleck though.
Brett Selleck, that's the other one I was thinking about. I
love Brett Selleck. I love
Selleck. For some reason, we could have not let them big pass catching tight ends. Yeah. We get them in the city. And now we got Goddard, who probably will take over for Ertz because they're not going to pay him. They're not going to give him no money.
No, and Goddard's the best tight end in the NFC East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
hands down. So
by far.
Got to keep him on there. So. All right, so what do you feel about the Eagles going forward?
Going forward,
yes.
A lot depends on what I'm seeing with the line and whether or not this new nucleus with the age guys like Kelsey and others on the right side
that's the right side.
The right side with Lane and those guys, those veterans, and then the guys like Sayamalu on the other side. And Mailata, can they gel? And if they can stay healthy, they can be a team that can give you, especially with all the games they play now, it's like 17 games. 17. So, like, we saw this division is still not good. Like, the team that won it last year had a losing record.
Right.
They were 7-9. So, you mean to tell me that if that O-line stays healthy with Jalen Hurts making the plays like he was making last season and bringing in Devontae Smith, who is fucking toothpick. Can I get him a sandwich? D, can I go get him a sandwich? Can I go get him a platter? You don't have to make him food in the restaurant. Exactly. I'm seeing him at training camp. I'm like, my man is I don't care what y'all tell me. You're $140. So
He do look like he a boxer size, like him and Boots the same weight. That's what it look like.
Exactly.
Him and
I'm like,
Boots,
oh
shout out to Boots Ennis.
Exactly. Shout out to Boots. But yeah, I mean, I think they have some potential to at least stay competitive in that division. I'm not gonna go out here and call them world beaters like they got a chance at winning the title. I think they can compete in that division every single year in and year out because it's that pours and you still have teams that have huge weaknesses. Dallas still didn't do anything for their defense. They're gonna let people throw up 30s and 40s week after week. They have no defense.
I'm going to that game on week 3 anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give me some tickets. And then Washington, I'm supposed to believe in Fitzmagic. Is that what we telling me? I'm believing in Fitzmagic.
That's what you're telling me.
I'm cool with Fitzmagic. And then Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is the only one. And I like Dak. I think Dak is tough as hell.
Dak's the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not scared by anybody because of some of the glaring weaknesses. So it's like, moving forward, I mean, the one thing that does give me trepidation is the defensive backfield. I saw no real improvement there. I mean, they drafted some guys and they say they have promise, but like you didn't get like a name. You don't have a name back there on the other side of Slay.
No, but we
am I believing in Avonte Maddox? Am I believing in Cravon LeBlanc?
I don't have a problem with them two.
No, I like them. I like Strap and I like them. But I'm just saying, I wish I had like another name. Like it would just make me sleep nights at night.
I have a problem with our linebacking core.
Oh my God, they never address linebackers.
No.
And then like Singleton was solid, but I'm like, all right, put some pieces around him.
Right.
That's out here like it don't matter.
Right, and it's like when we did draft linebackers that we that was gems to us. They don't want to pay them now. Right now, as we speaking. Is on the trade block for the Arizona Cardinals. Hicks.
Yeah. Yep.
And I say trade Zach Ertz to go get him back.
Right behind your head is something signed by Jordan Hicks.
Right.
So yeah, a couple people checking in. Kellen checking in, talking about Ricky Williams.
Yeah. Shout out to Kellen. Shout out to Kellen for the coach. He's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Like as much as we bitch about, or we could try to bitch about McNabb, we made the right choice in not picking Ricky Williams.
Yeah, we made the choice of not picking no other quarterbacks either. No
exactly.
Couches.
Oh my God.
Maybe Dante Culpepper, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Achilles Smith.
Right.
God. We made the right choice.
We made the right choice. I have to agree with you on that one. So, all right. So, do you have a prediction?
My prediction for the season is I think they go 8-9.
Okay.
I think they win. I'm being bold. I think they win the division.
At 8-9?
With 8-9. I still think this division winner is not going to be a team that has a winning record. You're not going to convince me this division is going to be a team with a winning record. Unless I see something as far as some of those learned weaknesses being worked out. If Dallas comes out the first couple of weeks and they look like they play defense, then maybe they might be the favorite given the talent that they had.
Okay.
But other than that, I think they can go 8-9. They can win the division and they'll be out in the first round of playoffs, whoever they play.
Okay.
That'd be it for them. What about you?
I ain't giving no predictions. I did that last year. Last year I said we was gonna go 13-3. You seen the outcome.
Oh yeah.
I ain't giving no predictions. I said this year I'm not giving out one prediction. Let's switch things over. Let's go to our beloved Philadelphia 76ers, who made it out the first round.
Oh yeah.
Doc Rivers overcame his 3-1 deficit one time. So
exactly.
We'll see how it goes moving forward. We now have the Atlanta Hawks. What do you see in this series?
I see, to a man, I believe the Sixers are the better team.
Even without Embiid?
Even without Embiid, because I just don't think Atlanta, to me, like the way they score is a particular way. Like they score a lot with Capella and John Collins around the basket. It's not like they have set plays. Capella has putbacks. Like I was at the last game they played Atlanta, and yeah, they had Embiid, and that's primarily why they blew them out and won by 20 plus.
Okay.
But also you saw like once they lock down on defense and they eliminate those second chance plays and those offensive rebounds that Capella seems to get, then literally once they lock everybody down, there isn't many other people that can go create and get their own basket, get their own shot. So I think if they had a prime, healthy Embiid, the series would be over in 5 games. But I don't know where he's at. So to me, I think the series goes 6. I think the Sixers win in 6. I don't think I think they are able to steal one in Atlanta, and that's what it comes down to. I think they win at home, they still win in Atlanta, but or they win that game out, but they win Game 6. I believe that would be in Atlanta. I think that's the one they probably steal, but I think they just are the better team. I like what I'm seeing out of Tobias. I was at Game 5, and what I saw with them being a complementary basketball team, and the way they moved the ball around, and then one guy said, "All right, tonight's gonna be my night." Maxey said, "Tonight I'm gonna set the tempo," and then Seth was like, "All right, I'm gonna shoot the lights out.
Right.
You give me the rock, I'm not giving it back."
Right.
So you got that, and then Tobias was consistent. He had 28 and 9 and 6, so he was consistent. Like you get that, and then Ben had a triple double. So you get that, and you're able to work the ball around. Even with the hero ball, even with the one guy going off, Bradley Beal had 30 points at a point in the third quarter.
He's a sniper.
I don't know what Doc says. I don't know if he gets the special just stuff like Space Jam, but he told him lock down. He had 2 points from the middle of the third quarter on, where they got nothing. They got triple teamed, double teamed, up high, near the top of the key, and that's what they may have to do with the Trey. Just if he starts to get off, or he starts to mix it up. And I think Doc is going to have a game plan either way for however it goes. So I have supreme confidence in the Sixers winning that series. After that, I don't know. And I like to tell all the Sixers fans that were in attendance last night, they were screaming that we won Brooklyn shit. Shut that up. Relax.
I don't think we getting Brooklyn.
No, I think Milwaukee's going to win that series. I'm with you.
Yeah,
but I'm like, can you get past it? You got to get past first. I mean, worry about them beating who they got to beat. How you just going to be like, we want Brooklyn? Like, you see what happened when the Knicks did that, right? That didn't work out for them.
Right. I do think we got to set the tone from Game 1, even if Embiid doesn't play. Tyrese Maxey got to get more time because that young man is ready to ball. I mean, not only was he out there scoring, he was facilitating, playing defense. Yes.
Doc has put the word out that he is going to be getting Shake's minutes. So.
Yes, I wasn't Shake disappeared.
Shake was, I don't know what the hell happened. Shake pretty much was like, yeah, I'm good.
I guess Shake was like, I ain't winning $6 million a year. I ain't playing no more. Like
exactly.
Like the Shake has disappeared. This really is. Fork Miles is looking better than Shake.
Exactly. Fork Miles come in and get you a basket, get you a three, get you a corner basket and whatnot.
I don't understand what's up with Shake. And the crazy thing is, that was Shake thing going to the hole.
Exactly.
That was his thing, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
But I don't know what's going on, but I think
if Maxey plays the way he plays, and Ben Simmons keep making his free throws, that's a big thing we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons on the free throws.
He started making a bunch.
I realized
it was beautiful. It was beautiful when we went nuts because they went to the hack of Ben and he made 2 in a row.
Right.
And then Scott
left it alone.
Scotty Brooks left that shit alone. He was like, all right, he's making a
Ben was shooting free throws since 3:30 in the afternoon.
The whole time during the intermission, he was practicing free throws.
He's a true light-skinned guy. He don't like when bad shit is on him. He's a true light-skinned guy. Yeah. But I'm going to say it like this, though. I see a Sixers sweep.
Oh, okay.
I see a Sixers sweep.
Kind of Philly matchup good at Atlanta. 6.5 Ben can check Trey, make it hard for him to shoot. You're right, Kellen. He is going to make it hard for him to shoot, especially they put.
I think you missed the comment. Did AB say something about? I think AB said something.
He said, "No, go back to the Eagles talk." Last night.
Yeah, he said, "Where you see 8 wins at, beloved?"
I see it primarily. They're playing a last place schedule. Now, if you're telling me they're so bad, they're worse than the worst teams in every division from last year, then that's your opinion. Me saying I think they can win half of those games, and then division games are toss-ups anyway. They seem to have owned the Giants. I mean, they're not given the last bit, but all of those games are games they have a chance to win. That's where I see they got some really hard games, but I see the games they playing against weak opponents where those teams stunk last year. They play a lot of teams that didn't make the playoffs, didn't come close. I'm like, they can win those games. I have to believe they can win the games against inferior opponents.
Well,
I'm not asking you going crazy. And then we all know.
Bay Buccaneers fan from Philadelphia.
I didn't say they was gonna beat them. I ain't stupid. I'd be like,
I might be stupid.
Although they are known to win games, they're not supposed to. We all know that from 20-something years of watching this team. You be like, oh yeah, they ain't got no chance in this game. Like when they beat New Orleans.
Right.
Like,
no, I knew we was gonna beat New Orleans.
To me, it just seemed like one of them games. All right, this is the game they're gonna win. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, the games like that, you never know.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't be understanding it sometimes either.
Plus, I think they got a new philosophy with Sirianni. He likes to run the rock, and I think if they concentrate on that and kind of condense these games where they're not getting in shootouts with teams that are vastly inferior as far as offensively, to where it can expose their defensive weaknesses. They make the game short and they run the rock. They can eke out and steal games to where they can kind of control the time of possession. They're gonna have to run the ball. So whatever that committee is, right now they got 5 guys in the running backs room. So I think they may go Howard. I think Sanders. Well, if it's not Howard, it's going to be Sanders, Carry-on, and probably the rookie. I think they're going to let Boston
They might let Boston go to special teams.
Yeah, he punt returner or something like that.
Purple return, kick return.
Yeah, but like they're going to have to be able to run the rock, and then that way try to shorten the game. Because if they get in these long games where they're getting 3 and outs and they're not staying on the field, they're going to lose a lot of games. And then AB would be right. You're not going to see 7, 8.
Shout out to AB. I still believe that the Eagles are going to make a move to get Julio Jones. I still believe that. I forgot to say that part.
Oh, I'll be all for that.
I still
Can we have that? Can that happen, please?
I think we're going to end up getting him for a second-round pick. All that first-round pick that they're talking, I believe that's what they want, but I think we're going to end up getting them for a second-round pick.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do something with those picks that they got, especially if Carson plays the 70% of the game and it turns into 3 first-round picks.
I would trade that one.
Yeah, trade that pick.
I would trade that pick because I ain't depending on no Carson Wentz to play. Let Atlanta depend on that.
Trade that pick.
Yeah, he definitely said we're going to see. But I wanna know. We back on the Sixers because the Sixers. Like I said, I see the Sixers sweep. They're. But I believe we're just too dominant defensively, and they don't have enough to stop us.
Yeah, when they lock in, it's something nasty. Like I said, I was at the game last night. When they locked in at the end of that third quarter and beginning of that fourth, it was over. Yeah. I told everybody, I was like, they got the lead. They were studying the lead. It was like 4, 6, 8. I was like, the minute they go past 10, this game is over. They're not letting them get any closer than that, and they didn't. They got up 11-13, and they never trailed by less than 11 after that. No. I was like, they were locked in. They start forcing bad shots, and then transition game was crazy.
Yeah. And that's when Ben Simmons is at his best in transition.
Oh yeah,
and definitely when he's at his best. But I want Embiid to be healthy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For the third round. Now, since we're talking basketball, LeBron James plays tonight. This could be his last game of these playoffs. That'll make my day. It really would.
Oh man,
these Laker LeBron fans, this would make my day. But what I want to know is, do you believe that the Suns win in 6? That's all I've been saying. The Suns in 6.
I think the Lakers win the game, but I think they lose Game 7. I think they win Game 6. They lose Game 7 in Phoenix. I think they win Game 6 at home. LeBron has one of those LeBron Game 6 performances where he tends to just go bananas. I don't know what the status of AD is, but they don't win Game 7 without AD in Phoenix in no way, shape, or form.
How do you feel about the LA Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh, I think Luke is going to put them in the mixer. That series is over. I'm calling that. In Game 6, they're going to win that series.
I think the Clippers win that
Game 6 in Dallas.
I think because ain't nobody won at their home floor.
Sure.
So I think the Clippers win that series. I got faith.
You got faith in Pandemic P?
No, I got faith in Kawhi Leonard.
I got faith in Kawhi.
I got faith in Kawhi Leonard.
But he's playing defense. At some point, he's going to have to put the clams down on Luka, and he's like, my man don't want no parts. He want no smoke. with the Slovenian nightmare. He don't want no smoke.
They call him Baby Bird.
Baby Bird.
Yeah, but I got faith in Kawhi because this is kind of what Kawhi did when he's in Toronto. Like he have a game where he gonna fight, have another game where he disappear. Like this. This is kind of what he was doing in Toronto. That's why I thought the Sixers was going to beat him that year because I was like, oh, he ain't even consistent.
You know, man, they quadruple doink. Oh, damn it.
Something's wrong with that rim. I don't care what I'm Something's wrong with that rim.
He said that was a double rim from back in Mallory.
That's a Fern Hill rim, man.
That's a Fern Hill rim.
Yeah, Fern Hill rim. They're cheating, man. Yeah, but that's exactly how I feel on that situation. Now,
Kellen talking about Thibault. Yeah, I'm big on Thibault. T's be playing that D.
Yeah, but he ain't got no jump shot. He got to develop a jump shot.
He been trying though. He shoots them though. So
we like, not have that many people on our team that does not have a jump shot. I understand how important defense is. I'm a defensive guy, but you have got I always tell everybody, Eric Snow couldn't shoot, but even Eric Snow took jump shots.
Oh yeah, he takes them. With that high release and the jump shot when he would shoot with both feet up in the air.
Like he clapped his feet in there.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you going? You gotta take off.
I don't know, but he takes like I said,
he knows my man. He knows my man.
Yeah, well, he wasn't my man, but he would take jump shots. He wasn't my man, but he's a cool dude. Let's make sure I say that. So the next one, this is the scariest one for me: Brooklyn and Milwaukee. Now, I believe that Milwaukee matches up defensively with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like they right there with them. You know, maybe, in the beginning of the season, I was laughing because I was like, paying all that for Drew Holiday wasn't worth it. All them draft picks, like, y'all tripping.
Yeah,
I sit back and I look at it, and I'm like, you know what? I might have been wrong. They got him over the hump because Giannis had a thing. He couldn't beat the Heat. I don't care
I don't know what the hell that was.
The Heat was like the kryptonite, and Giannis was Superman. Giannis could not act right against the Heat. He had games, but he could not act right against the Heat. And so what I thought about, I was like, they get past the Heat, they could beat Brooklyn because Jason Tatum snuck out one on Brooklyn, putting up 50. They could beat Brooklyn is beatable.
Yeah, and Celtics wasn't playing nowhere the type of defense that Milwaukee could play. Celtics was giving up 140 every other night.
Right.
And Milwaukee plays D. And like you said, I like the matchup at the smaller guard positions with if you're telling me you're gonna put maybe Middleton and Drew on Kyrie and Harden, I'll live with that. And then you're gonna add to make Giannis kind of shadow KD or however you're going to do it. But I like defensively the matchup. I think the Bucks are long. I think they can work that way to where they can kind of avoid people staying out in the paint, keep them out on the perimeter, force them to make jump shots. Okay. They're not going to get a bunch of layups and dunks and none of that. And, when you live by the three, you die by the three. And if they don't make them, they can lose games in that series. And Milwaukee can take it. I also don't know, like, you're going to have to now really be able to coach if you're Steve Nash. You can't rely on, I got talent out there. You're going to be able to. You're going to have to actually have strategy.
That's why I believe.
And I trust Mike Budenholzer more than I trust Steve Nash.
Right. That's where coach going to come down to coaching, because that's if it's not a beat down by Milwaukee, it's going to go 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Brooklyn beating that series. I just don't, unless something crazy happen. Unless they shoot the lights out the gym,
Mm-hmm.
But Milwaukee can shoot the lights out the gym too. So this one right here is definitely going to be one to watch.
I'm waiting for that next Portland. That's
what I'm about to talk about.
Dame Dollar
put up 55 and still lost.
That boy they didn't give him no help in that second overtime.
Nobody.
Rogo, freaking dunks.
I don't even know why they went and got him, to be honest with you.
That might have been the most fraudulent first-team all-defensive selection I've ever seen.
I mean, well, he was guarding everybody, but I never thought that he was that great of a defender.
Exactly. Like,
I just thought he was nice.
He was the 3-and-D guy. I'm like, he's not. Would you please stop it?
I just thought he was nice. But, everybody else believed that, no, he's that guy. You got to see, only 28% of the league can score on him. hold up. You know, in the game a little bit at a time. Y'all be trying to put extra on him. Like, no, Roko's not, he's all right, but he's not that good.
Exactly. And then fucking CJ McCullough was dribbling the ball off his damn foot and stepping out of bounds. All types of nonsense.
CJ McCollum is
I don't know why anybody else had the ball except Dame at the end of that game.
But see, it's time for CJ McCollum to go.
That's run its course.
It's time for him to go. Maybe he go to New York. He can help out over there, but it's time for CJ McCollum to go. He got to go. That's just the way I feel. If you can make the trade, trade some draft picks or something, and
what up,
CJ McCollum?
Sharon, I want to say Sharon or Sharon.
Sharon,
what's up, Sharon?
Chocolate girl.
Chocolate girl.
It's the chocolate girl right there.
If it's about coaches, we don't trust Doc. I trust Doc.
I don't know.
I trust Doc to not have the same issues that Brett Brown had. I trust if they got a lead, they're gonna keep it. They've done that all season where like they haven't given up those crazy big leads unless something stupid happened. I trust that part of Doc. Maybe not if they.
I don't trust 3-1 Doc.
You don't trust 3-1. Don't let him get up 3-1. Well, he just closed out 3-1.
Yeah,
you gotta believe.
I don't trust 3-1 Doc. He did in the first round, and I applaud you, Doc. But I just, I don't trust 3-1 Doc. That's just I don't know.
The chocolate girl is here.
Right. She's also a writer.
Oh, great. Yeah. And you're right, then. And CJ McCollum needs to go. Exclamation point.
It's not for him to go.
I remember when people were clamoring that we need to trade for CJ.
I was on that fence to trade for CJ. I was on that fence. And I was like, we need to trade for CJ. But CJ is a third option now.
Yeah.
I believe he could build his way up to be a number 2 again, but he's a third option now. And they need to look to see if they can get something else. The one thing that's good about him, though, he can be a two-way guard. He can play point guard or shooting guard. That's the one thing that's good about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't gonna help them in Portland. They need help in Portland. He needs some serious help in Portland. He need somebody that can take a game over.
He's a 4th option.
She said he's a 4th option.
Yeah.
I think he's a 3rd option. He's a 3rd option.
Flying High Podcast is here. What's going on, Ryan?
What's up, Ryan? Yeah, Ryan's Atlanta Falcons fan. So
okay.
And somebody said Julio wanted to win.
That Ryan Wash, Ryan, just so you know.
Yeah, he said that already. He said that. Julio, he said everybody keeps saying Julio wanted to win. Bring him to Philly, we gonna. You bring him to Philadelphia, we gonna win. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have no predictions though. But you bring him to Philadelphia, we gonna win. Not giving out no predictions. I'm gonna let everybody else give out the predictions.
Week one.
Yeah, week 1, I'm being in Atlanta for that game.
Oh, sweet. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm being in Atlanta for that game. I'm going down there for that one. And week 2, who we play week 2? Forgot who we played week 2. But week 3, we got the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, week 2 we got San Fran.
Yeah,
we got San Fran. That's right. Week 2 we got San Fran. Me and Jay will be at the bar.
Oh, okay.
San Fran fan. Yeah. What was that? We got the Cowboys week 3. I'm trying to see if I can get your cousin to go out there with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Johnny. He's always working hard. But so now Denver, Portland. What you got on this
one? Oh man, it's gonna be tough. I like Portland to win that series. I think they down 3-2 now. I think they win game 6 and they win game 7.
Okay, I like Portland to win too, but they gotta get back to that defense that they had before.
Mm-hmm. They got to do something with Joker.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. They got to disrupt Joker. That's what they got to do. And make the rest of them guys beat you. Now, Denver got some promising guys over there. That for the next couple of years, they could be dangerous, but they got to start stepping up. I don't know how they snuck up and got Aaron Gordon.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I believe in Portland too. Definitely believe in Portland. Did you feel bad for the Knicks?
No, I
didn't. No,
hell no. Ain't nobody feel bad for no damn Knicks.
I don't feel bad for Philly either. That been getting that busted. Week 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Just like the last time. Y'all got busted.
Mm-hmm.
We about to get
that last time y'all had that one lucky play. The last time we played them.
Hey, a win is a win. And that's what Dennis told me.
Hey, you played to win the game. That's what
Okay,
Herb said. That's the point. You play to win the game.
All right. But Julio, he went out the other Philly.
That's what you said about
That's what I know. I got inside connection.
Y'all won't take Ertz for him? We give you Ertz?
Hell no, there's nobody want that broken down piece of toilet
That's
paper.
what you said about Darius Slay though.
Don't nobody want that broken down tight end.
Yeah, but you said the same thing about Darius Slay. You said Darius Slay wasn't going to Philly.
Don't nobody want y'all want to be tight end.
Want to be tight end?
He answering the question.
Exactly.
What about Darius Slay? You said Darius Slay wasn't going to Philly.
You got Slay. That's good. You got him. Okay. But y'all not finna get Julio, dog. I told you this. On Talk Your Ish. I told you this. You don't listen.
Okay. We want to get Julio.
Buffalo can have Julio. He overrated.
I don't think he overrated. I'll take Julio.
Aaron said he overrated.
Yeah, that's Sharon like
I'm finna tell you this. Julio is a top number 2 wide receiver in the league.
I don't know about all that.
When healthy, he better than anybody on Pittsburgh. I tell you that, wide receiver wise. When healthy.
What are you talking about in Pittsburgh? Juju can't dance or whatever. I'm cool on Juju. He bad Juju. Yeah, he better than
Juju might be having nightmares about that.
No. He ain't better than
But
he ain't better than Mike Evans.
But good show.
He better than Stephon Diggs?
No, Diggs
is nasty. I won a fantasy championship with him last year.
That was a good move. Diggs made a good move. I'm not going to say that. That was a good move for him to go to Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Diggs,
Get the hell away from Kirk
connection is a good connection. I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Oh, I'll take Josh Allen over Kirk Cousins any day of the week.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't believe in Kirk like that anyway.
But
she said, "I'll take Juju over Julio. At least he can find the end zone."
okay, but if he's still having nightmares, I want to know that.
Julio, blind man, Joe.
I want to know that. I want to know if Juju still having nightmares against Cincinnati. That's what I want to know.
I don't know. So, Rob, when you when is I want to make sure I say it right.
Last Out Media?
Last Out Media. What days are your podcasts on?
My podcast is Tuesday. It's every other Tuesday. So last Tuesday we were off. This Tuesday we'll be in studio.
Every other Tuesday, what time?
4:00.
Oh, okay.
4 o'clock every other Tuesday.
I'll make sure I tune in every other Tuesday at 4 o'clock.
Me too, man.
We're every Tuesday.
Yeah,
8 p.m.
That shit.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
There we go.
Every Tuesday.
Talk Your Ish Tuesday.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in for that.
Talk Your Ish.
Yeah, but right to radio. We always hold it down. Me and my boys, Matt Maritaya, Rob Manoff, talking crazy. I got some stuff to ask them about.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And what so when did you start podcasting?
I started podcasting. My own podcast was like 3 years ago. The Road Warrior podcast, I still had that from time to time. I started that like 3 years ago, and then like we started this podcast back in the Right to Radio. We started that back in November. Okay. So that was back in November. We've been doing that ever since.
That's cool.
Man, then occasionally I go on other people's stuff. Like we've been covering the the Fan Control Football League. So we got a podcast for that, Fan Control Football, where the fans make the plays and all that. It's kind of cool.
Or Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, doing Johnny Manziel and Josh Gordon was in there too last year.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The USFL is coming back. You gonna be tuning in? You gonna be tuning in to the USFL?
I'm actually more.
They get Herschel Walker back. I might tune in.
I'm more hyped for the XFL.
Yeah. I want to see what The Rock does with that.
Because what Vince McMahon was doing with it was nice, but the pandemic hit. So what Vince McMahon was doing with the XFL was very nice. I'm gonna have to agree. It was very nice. I like some of the things, some of the changes that they made. And now The Rock owns it, and I want to see if he keep things going.
Yeah.
But the USFL. Now the best thing that they did to me was right as the football season was over, they came right out.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Like you ain't miss a Sunday.
No, you didn't.
So that was good. Now, how is the USFL?
I'm not sure how they're planning on
how all this going to work out.
They haven't put out their game plan yet. They just announced that they're starting it back up.
They start.
Yeah, like Kellen said, please like and share the show. It's live right now, but after we are done, which will be shortly, if you can make sure you like and share and comments, we'll check the comments back later for any extra comments. But I know I had a ball. What about you, D?
I definitely had a ball.
Oh, yeah,
I already
sure.
know everybody know about me, but I wanted to make sure you knew.
I like you for talking me down off my McNabb hate. I appreciate it. I'm starting to become a realist and looking at his contributions, and I appreciate it. But it's therapy that I like my man Ike Turner once said, and what's got to do with it? I'm off that narcotic. I done gave up the narcotic. I'm done with that. Not hating on D Nice no more.
No, I can't hate on him, man.
Can't do it.
I don't know how he is as a person. I met him as a person.
I like to have a drink with him. I'm sorry, was that low?
But the player. No,
the player was fine. So that's gonna be it for us. Like I said, you can find me on Last Out Media, all my stuff. You can type my name in the search window, you get all my shit. And also you can check on my socials, Rob the Writer on Instagram, on Twitter, at Robin Whitney. I got a bunch of stuff on there.
That's actually how he started on Twitter.
Exactly. I started on Twitter and then became the lead NFL editor for an up-and-coming promotion. So social media works. Getting your name and your voice out there. Comment on stuff. Oh, man. F McNabb. Share. Yeah, share.
I ain't got to look. As soon as I see it, share.
Spring League is Poppy Kellen. But, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. That's where I started and became what I am today. I've been to go from a kid, and you can speak to this day, a kid going to the Wells Fargo Center back when it was the core stage, back when it was the First Union,
Spectrum,
and having to sit at the very top level with your back against the wall,
right.
To being able to go in that building and you sitting in the press box with everybody else, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like having that journey.
But you can't cheer in the press box, though.
I'll still be cheering. They be looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, because you're supposed to.
Exactly. They be like, Bobby, cut it out. Yeah. I'll be like, oh, but did you see the play? I'm like, all right.
You ain't allowed to be cheering, though. That's the only thing.
Don't act like a fan.
That's the only thing that separates me from like saying I want to be in the press box. And it's like, I might buy my ticket.
Exactly.
I'm trying to act a little crazy. I might buy my ticket. I'm trying to high five some fans. I'm trying to see some celebrities. Man, you can't do all that in the press box. Like,
I will follow you, Sharon. I will follow you.
Man, see, you in the press box. You living the best life. You ain't paid for a ticket.
I ain't paid for a ticket. I get free food, free parking. Food. I get parking right next to the building. I got a
free parking. You drink heavy.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all got your laptops and stuff.
Yeah. Charging classes, but you ain't gonna worry about running out no battery. They got the outlets right there.
Yeah, they say, oh yeah. When you ever make it to Dollar Stadium, it's even better.
Oh man.
You think the Wells Fargo was nice? The Dollar Stadium even better.
Jerry World, I'm coming. I gotta make it to Jerry World.
Jerry World's even better. You'll see.
But all right,
that was the one thing that had me thinking, I need to start writing.
All right, we gonna get out of here. Man, you can tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, Ignorant Thinker Podcast. Y'all know where to find me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Me and Rob. This ain't gonna be the last time you see us.
For sure.
And we're gonna bring Rob on Talk US Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
So he can come on and act a fool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So again, thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Good night.